All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Ben Wright. I'm going to be your host today. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm going to go through and tell you a little bit about myself. Then we're going to talk about Atlas, the opportunity, giving back, and then I'm going to ask you guys for a decision at the very end. So with that being said, guys, real quick, again, my name is Ben Wright. I'm the director of field development for this company, Atlas. And it's my job to share it with you guys today. I'm 47 years old. We have a family of several, 5 children, 4 dogs. This way too much. Been in this industry for about 28 years, go off and on. I'm also a traditional brick and mortar store owner. I've owned several companies in the past, mortgage company, farmers insurance agency, a couple of fitness centers, et cetera, et cetera. And so I'm an entrepreneur at heart. And so a lot of what I talk today about is going to be based on personal experiences. I've had successes and failures. I'm going to share some of those with you guys because I want you guys to relate to me. I want you guys to understand that no matter what path you're on, there's alternative paths. There's other ways that we can go with this. I don't ever want you guys to feel like you're just pigeonholed into one area. So if you guys bear with me, you might hear me make some mistakes today, and that's okay because I don't have a script. I go right off the top of my head based on how I'm feeling for the day. So you're going to hear me. You might hear me say a few times. You might hear me mispronounce some words a few times. Here's the thing: whatever I say is coming from the heart. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. And before we do, I've got to do the good old disclaimer. Let me go back. There we are, the good old disclaimer. All right. So number one, we are not financial advisors. I am not a financial advisor, and Atlas is not a financial advisor. We don't give financial advice at all. Any products or services that you use or assume, you assume the full risk and responsibility of those actions or activities. The second thing is we do have a business opportunity that's attached to our company. If you guys decide to be partners with us, we don't guarantee incomes. I will be the first one to tell you, I know you don't normally hear this in the industry. They're going to tell you how you can sign up and you can sit on the couch and not do a thing and you'll be a millionaire in 7 weeks. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you straight up. You can get in this business, and if you do nothing, you will earn nothing. If you put some effort in, you use the skills and mechanisms that we give you, and you let us train you and mentor you, and you take advantage of the system, you have the opportunity and the possibility to make an above average income. Okay. With that being said, let me go ahead and show you our platform, and then you can decide if it's going to be right for you or not. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do, guys and girls, we're going to actually go through the journey, right? What's our journey? There's really no difference in a journey between a company and a person. When we're growing up and we're in high school, we have a path, we have something that we think we want to achieve, right? We're trying to get there. When I was in high school, I wanted to be in the CIA. Don't ask me why, I don't know. Who grows up wanting to be in the CIA, but that's what I wanted to do. And so I was on that path, I was on that journey. The second thing I wanted to do is be an attorney. And I found out real quick in high school or in college, but freshman year in college, I found out real quick when I saw that book about this thick, found out real quick that that was not the path for me because I do not like to read. Even now, I'm a big fan of personal development, but the majority of my books are on tape or nowadays downloads. So I just listen to them through my iPods. Anyhow, this company's the same way. Right now, we're at the birth. We're at the beginning. We're trying to find our legacy. What's our path to our legacy, right? Along the way, we're going to meet people, and those are going to be the connections we make. And those connections are going to help build this company. And some of those connections are the people like you on this call today. Now, what we're hoping is that you see our vision, that you see what we're made of, what we're built upon, and that you want to take this journey with us. Because at the end of the day, we're going to be $100 million company in 3 years, and we're going to be $1 billion company in less than a decade. Okay. How do I know this? Because we're part of the 3 largest, fastest growing industries in the entire world. And you'll see that here in a few short minutes. One of the first things I really want you guys to get across is that number one, we want to be a company of significance, which means worthy of attention. When people speak of Atlas in the marketplace, we want them to know that we're a significant player and that we do things the right way. Not only from a corporate level, but from a field level. Everyone from our CEO to our client, to our customer. We want people to know that we treat people the right way, we do things the right way. That will allow us to be a company of significance. How do we plan on doing that? We started off right. This company is built on integrity. Every single person in this company has been on the negative side of this industry. We have been affected by the negative side of this industry. When we all came together and we all met, the one thing that we all agreed upon is that we will be built on a foundation of integrity, and that we will treat people right and give them what they deserve based on their efforts. That is what's going to set us apart. We are going to change the reputation of this industry, and it starts right here with us, and it continues with people like yourselves. At the end of the day, we're not going to have any regrets. We will not have any regrets as a company, because we're going to provide you with everything that you need to be successful. We're going to provide you with the education platform. We're going to provide you with the mentorship, the leadership from top down. We're going to do everything we can to help you become successful. And you'll hear me repeat this a few times. We're going to do everything but the work for you. We will do everything but the work for you. You still have to pull up your big boy pants and put in some effort. And if you do that, you lock arms with us, you're going to see how this platform can change your life. The second, I always say the first thing, but here's another thing. And all these things are important. They really are. Okay, this is the cash flow quadrant from Robert Kiyosaki. You may have heard of it. I'm going to simplify this for you. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because we could talk about this for the next 2 weeks, but I'm going to really simplify it for you. On the left side of the quadrant is employee and self-employed. On the right side is business owner, investor. For some reason, society feels that the left side equals security and the right side equals freedom. Well, I got news for you all. It does not equal security. What it equals is false security. And right now is a prime example. This is proof. How many people do you know right now going through this pandemic stuff that lost their job, got laid off, furloughed, whatever it is, but they're not getting a paycheck, and they're ecstatic about getting a $1,200 paycheck from the government, which equates to less than minimum wage. And these folks are ecstatic about it. They're going online to, I got my check. If you're that happy about a $1,200 check from the US government that is less than minimum wage, you've made some really bad financial decisions in your life. And that's okay, because we're not a country that teaches finance on a regular basis. So I'm not judging anyone. Don't feel bad. It's just part of our society. But what I want to show you today is that there is a different path. What you will learn about me very, very quickly is I don't hold back. I tell the truth. And some truths you don't want to hear. But the only way we can move forward as a society, the only way we can progress in our mind is to hear the truth. And sometimes that truth hurts. Here is the reality. If you are on the left side of this quadrant, you have no control of your finances. None. Zero. If you are an employee, you are at the mercy of the company you work for. They can go out of business, they can fire you, they can lay you off at any given point in time, no matter how much value you think you are to that company. If you're self-employed, what you've done is purchased a business and then hired yourself. So without you, that business doesn't run. If you're on the right side of the quadrant, you own a business, but you have systems that in place that you can leverage, where you've hired other people to work for you and operate your business because of those systems. Or you've invested in things such as real estate, stocks, bonds, Forex, etc., and that money's working for you. So do me a favor, in the chat box, if this makes sense to you, give me a 1 in the chat box. If it, and be honest, be honest. If it doesn't make sense to you, give me a 2. But if it makes sense that the left side is not security, that's false security, false hope, that's false, right? I see some 1s. I appreciate that. We're going to move on. I don't want to spend too much time here, so we're going to move on. All right, the question is, what are you looking for, guys? If you have a pen and paper, I want all the ladies and gentlemen here, if you have a pen and paper, to write down on this list what you're looking for, right? It's very important that you understand, and I want big picture today. We're not going to delve deep and really define this. We want big picture. Do you want more freedom? Do you want more money? Do you want more time? Do you want to buy your parents a house? Do you want to retire your parents? Do you want to put your kids through college? Give me the big box picture. And if you feel comfortable enough, go ahead and put in the chat box what your goal is or what you're looking for. What I'm hoping for today is that I show you a path to help you achieve this. Here's what I know. Whatever you're looking for, you've been on a path trying to find that for years, because everyone on here is an adult, right? Everyone on here is an adult. And so you've been on this path looking for whatever it is for years, and that path has not gotten you what you are looking for. So wouldn't you, tell me if you agree with this. If that path has not gotten you what you're looking for, wouldn't you agree that maybe we should look at a different path? Maybe we should just investigate it and see what's down a different path, right? This is important because it's all mindset. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, but expecting a different result. So if you've been walking down this path for 5 years, 10 years, 2 decades, right? And you're not getting what you want, what makes you think going down that same path is going to change tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, right? It's not. And so we have to look at other options, but the options have to be vast. There has to be more than one because you don't want to pigeonhole yourself, and we'll talk about that in just a second. These are the things in life that inundate us every single day. I call these hurdles or obstacles, right? And it's not that they're necessarily, you know, in our face. Sometimes it's subliminal, right? But here's the things that we deal with every day. Family and friends, right? We have family and friends that are to support everything we do. And then we have the family and friends that no matter what we do, the stuff that comes out their mouth is, this isn't going to work. Why are you wasting your time? Those things never work. It's a pyramid scheme, blah, blah, blah. Most of these people couldn't even define pyramid scheme, let alone spell it, but they're going to tell you what this is or what this isn't. I hate to tell you guys this, and maybe you guys have not heard this before. There are pyramid schemes. It's called corporate America, because in corporate America, the person at the top makes the most money. The CEO, the CFO, the COO, and on down, all the way down to the guy that's bagging groceries at that level, right? That is a true pyramid scheme. What we are talking about here today is a business opportunity where you're in direct responsibility for your income. It doesn't matter where you are in this company. You can make more or less than the person above you, below you, or on each side of you. It's irrelevant, right? Because it's a direct reflection of you. We have advertising and trends, right? We have all these things that inundate us every single day. How many times do you turn on the news and all you see is negative, 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 negative? Subliminally, this is programming your mind to be a pessimist. And even if you're a positive person, you find yourself being a pessimist at times. I have this saying that when people ask me how my day's going, I say, I woke up this morning. That's a damn good day, right? That's the mindset you have to have. So do me a favor, tomorrow morning when you wake up, I want you to go straight to the restroom, brush your teeth, whatever it is you do. And I want you to say, man, today's a damn good day. I woke up today. And watch how different the energy is for the rest of the day just by that one little change. If you don't believe me, try it. I promise you. There's too much noise in the world. I just talked about all that noise. We've got to eliminate that noise, get rid of that noise, whatever we have to do to get rid of it. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how to take these elements, strengthen your mind, turn negatives into positives, and then show you a different path, because we don't want to continue down the same path we're on. That same path is going nowhere. So we're going to change up the path. However, you need a guide, because without a guide, you don't know where that path is going. You're just going on blind faith. But what if on that path you had top educators, you had top mentors, top leaders, you had the best guides in the world to take you on that journey? Do you think that that trip would be a little bit easier than if you just went on it by yourself and was guessing? I would venture to say yes. Your guide today is Atlas. And Atlas is an ecosystem of brands. Not only that, it's an ecosystem of leaders and mentors and educators. They're the best of the best in the industry. We brought the best of the best here, and you're going to see this in a few seconds. This is stuff that you can Google and find out for yourself. It's not just us saying it. So as we go through this presentation, I want you to write down names, because you can Google those names and see for yourself just how good they really are. Now, if you remember earlier, I said you don't want to pigeonhole yourself into one deal, right? Our competitors out there, they usually have one deal, one product. Their health and wellness, or their travel, or their legal, or their trading, right? Whatever it is, it's that one thing. That's what they do well, and that's all that they do. But here's a problem with that. If you don't have a passion for that, wouldn't you agree that you're probably limiting your ability to be successful? Because now, don't get me wrong, there are people out there that can be successful with things that they don't believe in or don't have hype in. But that's a rarity. That's not the norm. Normally, the most successful people you see are people that have a passion for what they do, right? Have you ever met someone who's just super, super fit? They got the 8-pack abs and the big biceps, and they're muscular, and they never go to the gym because they hate it? No, you never met that person. You never met that person. Don't get me wrong, there's some genetically gifted people out there, but the norm is if they look like that, it's because they have a passion for health and fitness, and they've added it into their life. So with us, we have 5 different platforms, everyone. 5 platforms. And you get to pick and choose which platform is going to best fit what you're looking for. So the first platform is Beyond Trading, and I'm going to get into more detail in a second. The second one is Beyond Wealth. Beyond Wealth is financial literacy. So not only are we going to show you how to make money, we're going to show you how to keep it, manage it, and invest it. That stuff is very, very important. The third one is Beyond Mentorship. You guys have heard me talk about it already, right? The mind, personal development. Money's easy to make, okay? If you don't believe me, walk outside your house right now, go knock on 5 or 10 neighbors' doors, ask them if you can wash their car, mow their lawn. I guarantee you at least one of them says yes. Money is easy to make. It might not be what you want to do or what you like to do, but at the end of the day, if you really needed to, you can go out and make money. What's more difficult is fixing your mind. Personal development is a key. Fixing your mind and personal development is a lifelong journey. That is something that you'll be doing for the rest of your life, because the minute you stop improving your mind is the minute you start going backwards. So really take a focus and realize that we have personal development in our company because we want you to consistently progress. Then we have Beyond E-commerce. That's giving you the ability and the skills to open an e-commerce store, whether it's Shopify or eBay or Amazon stores, whatever it is. We're going to put a system together to help you open that store if that's what you choose to do. Maybe you have a really good product, or maybe you want to import a really good product and sell it. Whatever it is, we can help you with that. Then this is probably the most important. It might not be your favorite, but it's the most important. Beyond Health and Wellness. Health. If you have bad health, what purpose is money, right? There's no purpose in money if you don't have health. If you're not alive to spend it, what's the purpose? Our health program is predicated on the CBD industry. So every single product is CBD based. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but that's the fastest growing segment of the health industry today. From every avenue, from the private avenue to the medical avenue, it's the fastest growing and the fastest growing segment of the medical industry today. Okay, it's going to be a $25+ billion industry in the next year or two. That's huge, guys. So we have 3 of the top industries in the entire world. So when you wonder how we're going to get to a $100 million company, we have Forex, we have cryptocurrency, and we have health and wellness. Again, make money, keep money, invest your money, and manage. We're going to teach you how to manage your money. The great thing about our company, if you remember, I said we have choices. You don't ever have to recruit or share with anyone if you don't want to, right? You can be successful in this company no matter who you are. If you're the guy that sits in the bedroom with the lights off and the door shut 23 hours a day, fine, no problem. We got a plan for you. If you're the life of the party, you never met a stranger and you talk to anybody, we definitely got a plan for you. Either way you go, we have options, and that's the key to our company is options. Now, the Forex and crypto markets are both 24-hour-a-day markets, right? Now, as I go into this, I want you to think about something that you may have told yourself in the past. Have you ever said to yourself, I just don't have the time. I just don't know if I can squeeze the time in to do this, right? Here's the deal. These are 24-hour-a-day markets, which means you can get on your computer or your phone anytime, 24 hours a day, and you can access these markets and earn an income. So now that we have a 24-hour opportunity, is time the issue or is priorities the issue? I'm going to venture to say it's priorities, because we all know you spend time every day watching TV, playing video games, on social media, whatever it may be, right? So now we need to take some of those non-productive hours and turn them into money-making activities. MMAs, right? No, not mixed martial arts. I love mixed martial arts, but my MMA is way better than their MMA. Mine is money-making activities. Write that down. If you're not doing money-making activities, you're setting yourself up for failure. And all I'm saying is take 45 minutes to an hour every single day and make it a money-making activity and watch what happens to your income over a period of time, okay? Now, Forex is a $6.6 trillion industry. Crypto is a $1 trillion industry. Whether you believe in crypto or not, the facts are it's here. Wells Fargo, Citibank, JP Morgan Chase, you all know who they are. 3 years ago, all those companies wrote articles and went public saying that cryptocurrency was a fad and would never hit. Why is it today, 3 years later, those 3 companies are buying up cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, by the billions with a B. If it's such a fad and it's not going to stick, why are you buying it up by the billions? Now, I know we all don't like the banking industry because they mess us over every day. We put our money into the bank and we don't know what's happening to it. But here's a fact. If they're spending that much money on cryptos, don't you think that we should probably pay attention? Probably so. All right. Again, $6 trillion market with a T. Write that down. If you guys don't understand how big that is, then do some research, because that's the market that you can enter and that you can take advantage of. Now, our Vice President of Education is Jonathan Morgan. If you remember earlier, I said, what if I could provide you with a system and I could provide you with a path, and our tour guide or the person that's going to take us along that path is an absolute expert. Remember, I asked you that, right? Would that journey be easier? 15 years of trading. He's a point and figure expert. He is one of the most sought after traders on the internet today. Here's the thing, guys. I know some of these terms you don't know. I already know that. But it's just like high school or college. When you went in freshman year, you didn't know nothing. You didn't know nothing. But by the time you graduated, you knew enough to graduate. You knew enough to go out into the world. It's the same thing here. So I don't understand why people will go to a job and know nothing and work 40 years to become an expert, but they won't put 1 year into this to learn something that could change their life, right? This is a skill set that can change your life. I can't emphasize that enough, right? So this is one of our leaders, one of our educators. This is a guy that has all the experience in the world, and he's not the only one. This guy right here, Vice President of Finance, Mr. Eastman, Google this guy. This guy has worked for some of the largest financial institutions in the world, and the government paid him to trade their currency, the government. If you want someone to trade your currency, don't you think it should probably be this guy? 37 years, almost 4 decades of experience, 4 decades of successful trading. Write down the word successful. Put successful in the chat box for me. I want you guys to really understand this. I'm serious. There's 20 people on this call. I want to see 20 people write success in the chat box for me, okay? Successful trading, not trading. Anybody can trade, anyone. Anyone with a cell phone can go on and trade, but can you trade successfully is the key. This man can. He is the inventor and developer of the CSA 5-step methodology, and that is one of the systems that you will learn when you come on board and start taking advantage of our education system. One of the things that we offer is live sessions. This is where you'll get to get on the computer or your phone and watch live sessions with the 2 gentlemen I just showed, or one of our other successful educators, and we have several. It doesn't matter if you want to learn how to scalp, which is very quick trading, day trading, intraday trading, long-term trading. It doesn't matter what it is. Whatever your goals are, we can show you how to take advantage of it. Recommended trade ideas. This is one of my favorite things. I know it says learn and earn up there, and honestly, I need to take that out. Because here's the thing. I don't really like the terminology learn and earn, right? It's kind of weird. Here's what happens. While you're educating yourself, these experts are going to go out into the field, or out into the market, and they're going to find trades that they believe are optimized for you to enter. They're going to tell you when to enter, when to exit, and how to enter that trade into your phone. Whether you do that or not is up to you, because it's simply a trade idea. We don't sell signals. We don't sell trade calls. But what we do is we give you ideas. The reason they're called ideas is in an optimal situation, in an optimum situation, you should be taking that trade, going to your own chart and comparing it and seeing why they chose it and learning that way. In addition to that, you have the ability to copy and paste that trade into your servicer and earn pips. Pips equal dollars, okay? That's what you want to do, and that's a service that we offer, and there's no additional fees for that. Now, the methodologies that you guys can learn is point and figure, price action, CSA 5-step, scalping, etc., etc. Now, again, I told you earlier, you're not going to understand all these terms, and that's okay. That's what the education platform is for. When you come in from day one, we put you through a boot camp. You have a getting started training. You have a 2-week syllabus to teach you the foundation. Now, I want you to think back to college or high school. What if your first day of school, someone came in and they gave you a book, and in that book for the first 2 weeks, it told you exactly what to do, when to do it, and the order to do it in? Do you think your freshman year would have been a lot better than it was? Probably so. I remember high school, I didn't have no direction. As a matter of fact, my first day at school, I was so busy looking at the pretty girls, I had to find directions to which classroom I was supposed to go to, because there was no rule book, right? Guys, we make it simple for you. All you have to do is follow directions. Literally a third grader could do this. You have to make the decision to take a chance and move forward. This is a sample of our calendar, and our calendar is posted weekly. We post it weekly so that you know what's upcoming, right? It's the different classes. We have AM, we have noon, we have PM classes, we have midday classes. But here's the great thing. If you're not able to get on when these classes are at the time of these classes, we record them. And so you can still go on and watch them later. So that's the beauty of it. Yes, they're live sessions, but they're also recorded sessions. So no matter what your time is, remember, 24 hours a day, you can still take advantage of the system and learn a new skill. We're talking about value now. Here's the deal. I think I've shown you enough value. I think I've shown you plenty of value for you to understand why this skill set is important and how this skill set can change your life. But I want to compare it to some real life examples. If you go to a university like I did, I'm 47 years old. I just got done paying off my student loan about 4.5 years ago. So I was in my 40s before I paid off my student loan. That system is messed up, but that's a whole nother conversation. Online classes, we all know how much those cost. Private coaching, super expensive, right? Go hire someone. I can't even think of a name right now. I'm brain dead right now. But there's all these different people in the industry that you could do one-on-one sessions with, and it costs thousands. Then there's our competitors, the other platforms out there, and I don't mind saying them. There's IML, there's Tradera, there's Quivara, there's all these other platforms. There's MTI. Go out and price those guys, and go out and see what you get for the money. See, when I show you what you get for the money here, not only are you going to see massive value, you're going to see that we're actually a lower price than our competitors. And here's why. We wanted our platform to be accessible to the masses. It doesn't matter if you're filthy rich or if you receive public assistance, you can afford our program. Because if you receive public assistance, you need our program more than someone else, possibly, right? So we want to make sure that you can afford the system, that you can fit it into your budget. And you're going to see that in just a second. Guys, right now we're at our pre-launch. We launch April 30th. That's when we go live. But right now, you can take advantage of our pre-launch, because what we've done is we put some programs together to give back to you and reward you for having trust and faith in us and believing that our platform is going to change this game. You're going to get your trade ideas, your live sessions, study groups, and recorded content. You're going to have access to all the tools that we have available. You're going to get a discounted price that you're grandfathered into for life, so it'll never raise. When we go to our traditional pricing, yours won't. It stays, okay? On April 30th, when we launch, you will have access to even more tools. And on May 30th, we're going to introduce another package, right? These are all things that you'll be able to take advantage of, okay? I want you guys to understand something before I go to this next page. What I'm about to show you is industry leading. There is nobody that can touch it in the entire industry. I want you to think about all of the things that I've showed you today, and then I'm going to show you the next page, and you tell me. $69.99 a month is what you get when you come to our company. Compare that to anyone in the market. Now, I know what you're thinking, man, that's a good deal. What's wrong? Nothing. Nothing's wrong. We have every single thing that every other company has. Here's the difference. We don't have any bells and whistles. We didn't spend $2 million on flashy websites and flashy this and flashy that. We got straight down to it. Our classes are to the point. They're there to teach you how to trade. We're not here to teach you how to make flashy flashpoint videos. That's not what our job is. We don't have all that extra fluff. We don't pay people $500,000 a month or $600, $500, $600, $700 a year to promote our company. We don't do that. So because we don't have those expenses, we're able to give our products and service to you at a much more reasonable price. And remember, this goes back to us wanting to give everybody, the everyday individual, the opportunity to learn a skill that will change their life. If you're the one that needs the money, then you're the one that needs this program. If you're the one who maybe doesn't need the money, but you want to progress, then you need this program, because this is a skill that, one, can never be taken away, and the skill of trading hasn't changed in 200 years. So once you learn it, you've learned it, but it is constant learning. You will always be learning, always being a student. April 30th, when we launch again, we will have our business partnership program. This is where you can partner up with us and you can share this industry if you choose. This is not something that you have to do. You will be allowed to earn commissions. You'll take advantage of our compensation plan. You'll have a full-fledged back office, which I'll go to in just a second. Now, remember we were talking about value? Here's another piece of the value. We have a CBD line that will be launching approximately July 1st. Here is the difference with our CBD versus everybody else in the industry. Right now in the CBD industry, there's no real regulations. So people can put anything in a bottle, sell it on the shelf, label it CBD, and it's okay. That's not what we do. We have actually went one step ahead, and we're beating the government to the punch. We're doing the test and the things that they're going to require in the future. We're doing it now. So we test our products from dirt to delivery. From the time it's planted to the time it goes into a bottle, into a shelf, we are testing it along the way. We will have a QR code or a scan code on the bottle that you can scan with your phone, and it'll tell you where it was grown, what's in it, what's the potency, what it was tested for, right? We're doing that now. Do you remember when I talked about our company being built on integrity? That's exactly what I'm talking about. The integrity is so important to us. We're doing right by the customer before we're even required to do so. That's integrity. In order to have a business with us, it's $15 a month. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Holy crap, $15 a month is going to break me. How am I ever going to start a business for $15 a month? How am I going to pay rent? How am I going to hire employees? How am I going to do? Oh, wait, you don't have to do all that. It's $15 a month. For $15 a month, you track your customers. You have an online store. You have the right to share our products and services and earn a commission on them. In addition to that, you have a back office where you can buy, sell, and store your cryptocurrencies if you choose to. You can be paid in Bitcoin or the currency of the country that you live in, right? You have all that for $15. Now, I challenge anyone on here to go out tomorrow and start a business in the real world for $15 a month. I challenge you to do that. And I challenge you to find a business that's going to handle all the logistics for you for $15 a month, right? This is life-changing, guys, life-changing. Here's the second part, or the last part of this. And I'm going to get into in a second, but we do donate a piece of this membership to a charity every single month. Every single month we donate to them, and you're going to see here in just a second. But before we get into that, I want you guys to understand how we get paid. We get paid multiple ways in this industry. We get acquisition bonuses, team bonuses, leadership, ancestral, sponsorship, right? There's several different ways that you get paid. But the only one that matters is this one right here, acquisition. And this is just like any other business in the world. I don't care if it's a McDonald's, a Chick-fil-A, or you're babysitting out of your house. If you don't acquire customers, you don't make money. So if you choose to run this as a business and not just a client, the number one thing you have to do is acquire. And as you acquire, you will earn money. And as you earn money, all these other deals will automatically fall into place. So do the first step, which is acquire. Don't try to do step 10 before you do step 1. That's not the way it works, right? Listen, we want you to be a part of this team. We want you to be a part of this movement. We want you to build a global business from wherever you are. Whether you're in the Ukraine, whether you're in England, South Africa, Saudi Arabia, South America, Canada, doesn't matter where you're at, right? You can build a business on our platform. So what I want to do today is I want to get a decision from you. I want you guys to make a decision on how you want to move forward. But before you do that, I want to talk about the charity that we support. Now, we support a charity that their goal is to end human trafficking. I was not aware of this until recently. I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was this bad. There are more than 20 million people enslaved today, right? That's sex slave, that's organ trafficking, that's the trafficking of children, right? That are being sold overseas. It's absolutely amazing. And when you really do the research and dig into this, it's horrendous. It is horrendous, the stuff that is going on. So we support this charity with 110%. So every time you pay your monthly membership, the $15 to run your business, $15 again to run a possibility of $1 million business, we give a portion of that to this company every single month to help end slavery forever. With that being said, guys, this is where we're at. Guys and gals, this is where we're at. We're at the formulation of our company. We're at the very beginning, the concentration. We are about to hit momentum. We are going to hit $100 million in the next 3 years. We are going to be $1 billion company in the next decade or less, right? I know there's no guarantees in life, but here's the thing. When you have access to the 3 largest, fastest growing industries on the planet, you have great leadership, great mentorship, an awesome product. How are you not going to achieve your goals? How are you not going to achieve your goals? Okay, I don't know where we're going to be and how big we're going to be, but I know we're going to meet all of our milestones. I know that we're going to be 100 million and $1 billion. I know that. So the question is, where do you want to be on this ride? Do you want to jump on the ride right now and ride with us? Or do you want to wait, come up here, sit on the fence and watch everybody pass you by because you're one of those people that are like, well, I got to see you be successful first. Okay, if you're one of those people, I got news for you. I have never met a millionaire who watched other people become millionaires first. Everyone I know that makes $1 million, they're the ones that jumped on board. They're the ones that took advantage of the system. They're the ones that jumped on the opportunity when it was available. Okay, that's my thoughts on it. Either way, whatever you decide, we're still going to be friends at the end of the day. So right now, I want you to contact whoever invited you to this presentation. And number 1, thank them for inviting you. And number 2, tell them whether you're 1, 2, or 3. 1, you're ready to go. You're ready to join our team. You want to ride the wave. Or 2, you have some questions or you need some clarification, and then we can get together on a one-on-one deal, or they can answer your questions, whatever it be. We'll answer your questions. Or number 3, you're just not interested right now. You want to be that person that kind of sits on the fence and wait and see. Okay. It doesn't matter to us which one you choose. We're going to be there for you whenever you decide to come on board, and nothing's going to change. Okay. With that being said, I personally want to thank you for taking about 35 minutes out of your day to listen to me ramble on. I personally want to thank you for coming on here. You have no idea how much it means to me. I do these every single day, and I'm always excited. I'm just as excited yesterday and as I will be tomorrow. So again, thank you all. Have a wonderful night. God bless you, and we'll meet in the future.